All right, party people, back again. This video we've got TCG Direct, what I picked up with them, and then I've got local game shop north of where I'm at currently. Is everything else. We've got dollar cards, we've got 50-cent cards, and we've got quarter cards. But here we go. All right, let's see. TCG, yeah, the brawler. He was pretty expensive, but he is stupidly good for, giving people counters. So I wanted him. I don't know. Honestly, he's kind of expensive for what he does. But yeah, Bant with Falco and Kellen the Kid. That's what he goes to. The rest of the stuff, I did go ahead and pick up a couple of Plarg and Nasari. Their ability is pretty nuts. If you have never read that one, they were pretty cheap. I do want more copies of this at some point. Guardian. That landfall ability is pretty good for plenty of blue decks. That same Bant deck, reinforcements put up to 3 target creatures from your graveyard on top of your library. Normally this is a garbage card, but in that deck I'm oftentimes playing things off of the top of my library, so that's why it's probably going to be fine in the 99. We'll see if he makes the cut or not. I wanted a couple more Brain Stealer Dragons and didn't have one of that art yet. But now I'll have. I did trade one of this art to a friend, so I picked up another one of that as well. Then went ahead and did 4 of Neheb the Eternal. A Flake 3 gets extra mana. And yeah, I've got a mono red dragon deck that will probably love that guy. Let's see. And yeah, you can always use more soul rings, so I've got 6 more of that version of soul ring. That same Bant deck, Filigree Vector, putting +1/+1 counters and charge counters in some cases. My Bant deck, and I think I talked to. Well, yeah, I've got the video where I picked up that Bant deck that is from New Capena, and it doesn't really go the weird counters, and now it doesn't go the weird counters route or the lost the name for it, proliferate route so much, but yeah, that is very good in that deck. Oh yeah, I picked up a Emerald, a Jet, and a Sapphire. Mono blue deck that I definitely wanted the Sapphire for. Mono black for the Jet, and then again, the Emerald will probably go into my Bant deck, which is mostly mono green anyway. Outside of it's heavily green, and then support cards in white and blue. I do not have a branching evolution in that deck yet, but I did pick up 4 copies of that. Cursor of Cruspix. I do need more ways to make it to where I can play the top card off my library if it's land. And because, yeah, Falco doesn't do that himself, so I kind of wanted that guy to go in there as well. Saw a Flare of Cultivation for a decent price, so I went ahead and picked that up. All right, so that's that for TCG. All right, let's see. Here's the $1 stack. Balrog, Vindicator foil, Hour of Revelation, Invoke Despair. They did have the other art and a foil, the promo version. They had a couple of those for 50 cents, but I don't know. I didn't care to go that route. Bard class, I need to make a Gruul deck at some point, so that might make that. I like the flavor of this one, and yeah, that's a goofy one. Return of the Wild speakers. Actually, I think wasn't that a 50-cent card instead of $1? Well, regardless, yeah, not a bad price for Return of the Wild speaker either way. Gorgeous feather art, really good foil. There's some nicks on it, but Lord of the Pit as a foil, it looks pretty cool. Here's an angel that will go great in my mono white angel deck. Another Simic fun piece, possibly. Probably a different deck than my Bant or even my current Simics, maybe. This might go in my Grixis deck. We'll see. Another Gruul fun piece. Sarkhan's Unsealing. I was glad to see one of those for $1. So, and I know that they're fairly cheap, but yeah, I don't run across those very often, and I definitely would slam way more of those into way more of my deck. So I grabbed it up. Thought this would be fine in my Prowess Izzet deck. I need to revamp that one pretty soon. Both of these for $1, and yeah, being the type of land that they are, I figured I might as well pick them up if they were only $1. Yeah, they had a cut down in the dollar pile, and I want to say it's way up there, like 5, 6, 7 recently. This guy I have a blue and white tap deck, so that might slot in pretty well. And yeah, Blade Wing, being able to make some tokens. My son, I'm planning on making him a zombie Rakdos deck. Plus, I've got my own Rakdos deck that's sacrifice related, so a copy of this could go into both of those decks. Alright, moving on to the 50-cent stuff. Will, Oscar, Leah, Nora, Tempest Caller, Trove Warden, Experimental 12, and yeah, I am thinking about picking up the Dustmourn, Dread Manifest style deck, and that'll probably go in there if it doesn't already have one. Envoy of the Ancestors, that might go into the Bant deck as well. Master Biomancer, I love that card. The art, what it does, yeah. Couldn't remember if I had one of these, so I did pick it up. Horn of the Mark is damn decent, so got it. Circle of Loyalty, and yeah, the white version of the Great Hinge for 50 cents. So I was like, sure, I'll definitely pick that up. And I am planning on making, I want to say Jeskai tokens deck, probably. Although I do have an idea for a mono white deck that just pumps the heck out of a giant army. Overlord, and yeah, I did pick up one of these in my other video, I believe. But I wanted multiple copies of the Overlord. Put him on top because I really love that art. That has some cool art. This is only my second Shauna. I'm not a huge fan of this particular stained glass, even though some of them are pretty good. But yes, a second copy is a second copy. Rutstein, creature spells cost 1 less. That should be able to slot in somewhere eventually. This, I forgot he's Esper. But regardless, yeah, super powerful. I'll figure out somewhere. And I've realized, there is the Knights deck. What was it, March of the Machines, that this could easily go into. Thunderous Debut, this thing is ridiculous, and, Commander is exactly the right format for it. Drina, again, yeah, my son's deck, or I could slot it into, I do have a black and red vampires deck that it could go to as well. Catilda, yeah, that is some crazy cool art. Oh wow, and I hadn't even bothered to look at this side yet. Wow, that is cool art. Picked up some more of those lands for Modern Horizons 3. Zombie for my son's deck. Doom Blast, because I could always throw that into a 5-color. I've got one already in my deck that is those colors. Go Blank. I've only got 2 copies of that, so I went ahead and picked it up for 50 cents. This was interesting. Shuffle your library for mono red, maybe? I'm like, okay, that sounds good to me. I'll do that. Prime Speaker for only 50 cents. My first copy of this I picked up for something stupid like $8 or $9. Not, only like 2 or 3 years ago. Mask of Memory, Vision, Ruinous Blast. And that's the 50 cent. 25 cent. And yeah, I think I really liked this Evolution Witness. And the fact that each time, each separate time you give this thing +1/+1 counters, granted, you can only use the adapt one time, other than the Simic that I blew past a moment ago could work with it as well. But, yeah, this could go, get multiple triggers on the grab permanents from your graveyard in my band deck, so that'll be fun. For 25 cents, yeah, Rush of Knowledge is always a really, really decent card. And I didn't even know that they pumped that up to uncommon. Researcher, Profaner of the Dead, the Djinn, Miracle, Trophy Mage, draw a card, Merfolk. Ordeal, Thassa, second Researcher, Displacer Beast, because I didn't have one yet. And actually, I didn't even realize, yeah, I thought that was a 4 mana, but that's kind of beefy for blue. Yeah, 25 cents for a, foil Cyclone Summoner. I was quite okay with that. Subjugate the Hobbits. I remember somebody talked about that in a video online. Champion of the Wits. I've always thought that was a pretty cool card. Awakening. Yeah, my Grixis. I have went full tilt, and Obeka is now the commander of my Grixis deck, and funny enough, I had a ton of the Obeka pieces already in my Grixis deck before Obeka actually came out. So I had both the white. I had both the blue and the black Grixis cords in a Grixis deck before Obeka was even a thing. Rookie. And yeah, that's way cooler art than the other one. Didn't own a copy of that, so for 25 cents. That Ranger, that art is awesome. So yeah, I definitely wanted another copy of that. Don't have a Magus of the Candelabra, so figured I might as well. Hydra Brood Master, Pack Leader. Another turning stuff face up card. They actually had the Simic enchantment for turning things up. I probably should have picked that up since I stayed on theme for other things that would work with that Dustmourn deck, but oh well, I guess I'll probably either pick it up another time that I'm there, or I'll buy it from TCG or something. Tortoise for a quarter. I didn't have the Hound, so I went ahead and picked him up. These Hydras, I didn't realize that they fall off and become a creature again with bestow the enchantment creatures, so that's cool. I do have an ordeal in that Bant deck, so yeah, I'm giving these ordeals, another look. Really love the art of this, and I have thought about doing a Golem deck, although I'm sure plenty of other people have done the Golem deck already. I like this spider. I've got a friend who's got a spider deck. I might see if he wants it. Corrosion Drover for a quarter. Heck yes, I'll pick up another Drover. Avenger. Really cool art for Reclamation Sage. Yeah, if you've noticed, sometimes I'm picking up things because the art is really good for the price. That worm is stupid cool looking. Another one for drawing cards with +1/+1 counters. I could not believe Living Wish was actually in their quarter card box. That just baffled me that Living Wish would be that low now. Tippled Deceit, the Mirage or Visions, whichever it was, lands that are super cheap versions of the filter lands or funnel lands, whatever they're called. I did want a Corrosion Verge that actually has the green and white in it, so that'll slot into that Bant deck. Yeah, I'm really having fun with my Bant deck right now, so a lot of this is related to that. Another Mask of Memory. A little hard to see here, but they had some awesome foiling for a hot moment. Looks like it didn't pringle. Well, a little bit of pringling, but not horrible. But yes, I want to say Iconic Masters, and then yes, Theros. Like, to me, the foiling on the stuff from that era was really amazingly good. Oh, then I also thought this would work for my Bant deck. If I've got, Falco can't get the land off the top, I could use this to get the land off the top. And, and yeah, it's into play tap, so that's even better. I play the heck out of these picks on Arena, but I'm not sure if I even had one in real cards. Mech went ahead and picked up 2 copies. 2 journals. I really like the art on that. Yeah, somebody uses a play mat with a Maelstrom Colossus's artwork, and honestly, I kind of picked it up just so I could remember what the heck the card even was, because that is cool art. I want to pick up a lot more of the Mycosynth Wellsprings. That thing is stupid good, especially in any deck where you can sacrifice artifacts. And then, speaking of, draw a card, activate only if you created a token. So yeah, they can work in similar decks, because I had it turned into a giant deck, but a Timur deck that could utilize the heck out of the Idol of Oblivion. I didn't have a Sixth Sense yet, so I picked that up. Guided Passage, I think I do have one of those. Didn't have a Lutri. And yeah, that's cool as heck artwork. Downmoded to a lizard now. Bird Scout. I don't know. I thought for 25 cents it might take off. Same thought here. 25 cents to make my Orzhov deck just a little bit better. Astor, I don't know. This guy is great in Boros, and plus I've got same friend that I've been trading with a lot lately. He probably could use a copy. And then Averna. All right, sorry I'm a little tongue-tied, a little breathless. It's been a long day today, and yeah, this ended up being a bit longer of a video than I meant for. I suppose a haul like this I might end up turning into 2 videos in the future. That way it's closer to like that 10-minute mark than 20. But anyways, have fun out there. See ya.